This is the trading review for Monday, the 8th of April, 2024. And we continue with the selection, with the selection of stocks. This information is hidden, but whatever. We continue with the selection of stocks. AMD is the stock I went for, even though it didn't have the biggest move. Tesla had the biggest move, but it was in a weird place within value, and AMD had a on the daily looked like it had much of a better move. The pivots were definitely way tighter than yesterday, and the pre-market action was very tight from the gray area to S3. So we had also set higher value than yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before. So yesterday's value was higher than the previous day, and today we're opening under value. But it was prime for a big move to either side. And as you can see, AMD sold off from 184 all the way down to 165. So it's a really big drop. But 165.31 is the monthly S3 level, and it has held for quite a few months. So we're getting close to this level. We were opening within value. So with the tighter pivots, I was expecting either a breakdown to the downside and outside yesterday's value and to at least 165. Or simply play inside if we play like an inside day. And that's what happened today. We continue to have another overlapping value. So this the pre-market opens and I see open auction. Kind of felt that I missed an entry long here at 167.75. But I'm glad I didn't take it. But it does make me feel like I kind of missed the entry there. But it's okay. It's still open auction. We failed to break out of S3, and we drop below the pre-market high. And I start seeing this as a double distribution trend day. The open action, the struggle, and we finally dropped under the low of the day. And I make an entry short, which actually goes pretty well. Not quite enough to my first target at 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. And it pulls back. And what I wanted to do is, I noticed that we had already failed a pre-market low once. So if we were struggling at 167 and actually attempted to stop me out. But if we had failed to break lower than 167, I knew this had to be my entry long. But it never but the price moved so fast after we closed in this doji that I just had time to get out, but there was no real opportunity to get in long. But this would have been my plan to get in at 167 for a long if we were gonna play inside. And as you can see, that's what happened. But I think I would have gotten stopped out after a 3 to 1 partial and probably make another entry. But anyways, I got stopped out at break even, small loss 0.1, and we return. And once we fail to regain S3, the pricing very weak again. I made my entry on this pullback because we had close below the pre-market low for a reaction of S3, but it's a little bit far. Ideally, my entry should have been at S3 168.50, 168.30, 40, 20 for a run for a 2 to 1, which will have worked. So this entry is a bit in the middle of the price action, not at the extreme. So not much of a good trade, but still it run to the top side, and Again, we got very close to 167, failed once again, and that's when I should have flipped my position for a run because we were at S3. But no, but this time I let it run because if we had another projection of the 20 moving average to the downside, then we will be okay for the moment. But that's not what happened. I got stopped out. We regained S3 finally, and I made what I think is a bit of an early entry because we could still continue to play in a bracket here. But not too bad. Price held well. I had a really nice trade location, and we never tested the bottom. So the price ran. I took a partial at around 2 to 1, recovered the previous loss, and got allowed at this previous day close. I felt it was close enough to value, and just to end the day at goal to start the week good on a good note. And you can see price actually drop, and then it shot up to R2, and then from R2 it continued down, and it makes sense. It was an open reject reverse, so not a lot of confidence. This is not an open test drive. This is open reject reverse. So an entry at R2 could have been nice, especially if we are rejecting value, and that's where we are at right now. So I will say yes, I follow my rules today. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 trades. So actually I could have taken another trade. I will say yes. No, not colors. So it's an 8, 8, 8. This is fine. Fine. It was a good pre-market prep. A good adaptation. And respect the stop losses. I did hit my goal. I think. In what? 2 out of 3. I want to keep this one. I think this one's fine. I took 3 trades, so 1 break even, 1 loser, 2 to 1, and 2.1 are profits, which is good for this week. Yeah, so a very good day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course I follow respecting my rules today. Today was a very good calm day to trade, and I tend to play rejections of S3. Those were 2 attempts, and a traverse to the top side. The first one was executed. The second one was not. This one was executed well. It was a bit balanced, resulted in break even, 0. This was not executed, and this was bullish, 1, resulted in 3.1. That's gonna go on the stats as well. Break even does not apply. 2.1, 0, and this one does not apply. 1, and got late in the middle of price action. Way too much. So different problem, but doesn't happen too often. It's the only trade that's not good, and that's it for my trading review. I'm very happy with my performance. I could have done a little bit better for my long, hold it a little better for 3-1, but it was a rough situation, not the best trade location, but fairly good. Had I made an entry around these areas, I think it could have been the best. Yeah, that's it for my trading review.